What's up, guys? So, I think everyone knows from all my Toon Link posting on Twitter, my Toon Link streaming on Twitch, and yada yada yada. I'm playing a lot of Toon Link, right? You know, a character that pretty much unheard of outside of Japan. You know, with Sigma on level 1. I think Hayato as well in Japan, putting in work to a point where a lot of Japanese players think Toon Link is just as good as Young Link, if not better. There is X-Scout in Canada as a notable Toon Link, and then I'm not really sure if there's other notable Toon Links. Like, I know there are other Toon Links, but he's a pretty dang rare character. Probably one of the rarest characters, honestly, competitive Ultimate, period. And it surprises me, because this character just seems like a well-rounded, fun character from the outside that, you know, has been around for many Smash games. And so I decided, you know what, I'm going to play some Toon Link for a bit. Why not? It's hard to find characters I actually like in this game and fit well with. I was going to do my whole, I went to a local and played this character videos, and then COVID-19 attacked and ripped the locals or any events for who knows how long, right? And then I was like, you know, what if I play a Wi-Fi tournament? I played a Wi-Fi tournament with Toon, and then I said, wait, Wi-Fi tournament. Anyway, so instead I've been playing just a lot of, like, practice, like, Elite Smash, and then with actual good players, a lot to get a feel for this character, looking at VODs, asking Toon Link Discord for help, lab, and all that stuff. I've been putting in all the damn work for the past, like, 3 weeks to a month to figure this character out, and I just want to get my thoughts and impressions on this character. So, character is super rare, and I feel like this is a character that doesn't play like most Ultimate characters, honestly. Just because he's more intricate than a lot of characters, because he doesn't have like a lot of crazy good buttons. This character relies more just on his attributes and like creativity and projectile setups than raw, like, you know, crazy powerful normals or big combos or a lot of spammable safe attacks. So, some of his strengths is just to mention his attributes. His attributes are absurd. When I looked at this character, I was like, wait, this is like a freaking like red ant. Like, that's how I describe his character, as like a fiery red ant. He's like really annoying. He has a bite, but he's actually not that dangerous. Like, a lot of his attacks are like fast, sure, but they don't have that much range, and the damage output on him is pretty bad. Like, even his combos aren't the greatest. Kill power is, he has like decent kill power, but nothing crazy. He kind of relies on combos into his kill moves, and like they're pretty percent specific. You know, it could be DI. Like, it's overall kind of hard to get kills with him, in my opinion. But yeah, so like, he's small. He is very hard to hit because he is fast on the ground. His air speed is nothing to slouch at. He has good air acceleration as well. He's surprisingly not too light, like he's lower midweight. That's really nice. And overall, like, he has some of the best attributes I've seen. It's just, he can just run around and you'd have trouble hitting him, even if you didn't press any buttons. And then he's well-rounded. Like, none of the moves he has really stands out to me as like super godlike, but he has a solid set of buttons overall. Like, all of his tilts are useful. Even his jab is decent. All of his smashes, pretty solid without smash being a standout. All of his projectiles, pretty good with bomb being the standout. His up B, solid for offense and for recovery, and for defense. The only thing that really stands out as bad about him is his grab is like really bad. Like, tether grabs in this game are actually pretty good generally, but his doesn't have enough reward. Even like his killing throw is pretty weak. But yeah, otherwise he's just a solid character. And he's also really annoying. When I play people, they just don't like playing Toon Link, which is good. I love playing annoying characters. I love my opponents just like, man, this is frustrating. You know, I can see him getting tilted, I can see him making mistakes. All that stuff is just, it's a joy. And this character does that in spades. With all the projectiles and movement, the really quick combos, if you don't deal them properly, will work. Whew, it's nice. And then, I think as a result, this character is kind of reliable. Like, a combination of a good set of moves, good attributes, good annoyance factor, which means like you can have good mind games against your opponent. And then he just ends up being like, you know, he doesn't have the best damage output kill power. He has reliable steps with bombs, boomerangs. His ledge trapping is really good. Like, he can keep it on the ledge very effectively. He can also catch landings very effectively. So like, his advantage state, why does it blow you up in it? It is a reliable advantage state. You'll keep people in there for a while, which is great. And then also, because he's so creative, he has a lot of room to work with. There's like so many steps with bombs, boomerangs, arrows, lots of usage for like the entire moveset he has. Like, you know, I've played this character for a while now. Like, there's so many moves I know I'm not even somewhat like using well yet. Like, I'm trying to fix this. Like, I'm not even close to using like his down smash well yet or his Zair. So like, he has a lot of room for growth, and he lets you kind of be very expressive, which is really fun when you play a character that's very expressive. It makes you actively think about what's happening while you're playing, which also makes him a very lab character. And that's one of my favorite things is when you look at a character and you're like, yeah, I'm going in the training mode for an hour finding things out, and then they're actually applicable instead of just practicing one combo or realizing you find all these gimmicks that are like, whatever. But so those are always really good things about the character. Some of the bad things about this character though is I already mentioned the damage and kill power just kind of lacking overall. Like when I up smash people, I get mad because like I'll up smash someone, right, and it's like, yo, you're dead. There's the sparks. It's a very powerful hit. There's lightning. You get sent flying. Oh, you're alive. Let's do it again. Oh, you're alive again. And I think there's a sour spot on the back hit of up smash, but even like the front hit just doesn't kill as early as it feels to show, which is so frustrating. It's like mental damage when you up smash someone and they don't die, and you're like, but you should have died visually. So that's actually really frustrating. And then he's not like super, it's not like a glass cannon type fragile, but he's definitely fragile. You know, he's a Link. You get him off stage, you read his up B, he's probably dead. His air ability is nice. His Zair type is very nice with air ability. His projectile is good. Like, he has lots of mix-up off stage. But like sometimes, I just fight an opponent, they just run off stage, they guess right with an air, and I'm just like, well, you call my double jump. Or, well, you caught me because I didn't want double jump, but now it's easy to catch the rest of my recovery options. And while it's not as bad as, like, some other characters, it's still, oh, you can see right there, I just died. Kidding. But yeah, and then he's, like, lower midweight, which is fine. His landing game isn't that strong because he doesn't have particularly good landing aerials. He does have a nice down air, though, for landing, honestly, just because he's a floaty character, but he has, like, that quick falling down air, so that's a good, like, way to punish people getting aggressive versus him, but overall, like, his landing game, it's alright. Recovery, pretty bad. And then his ledge game, it's actually pretty decent. Between Zair, projectiles, like setting up before you grab ledge, after you grab ledge, just being small and mobile means like he can ledge jump and get around pretty quickly, or like if he does get up, you have him with like falling aerials. And overall, his ledge, he actually has a pretty solid disadvantage overall, to be honest. As long as you like make sure to not get put off stage in your best spots. But like, it's not a great disadvantage either. He lacks range. That's I hate it. He's a sword character, right? But his sword has no range. I swear, I look at characters like Falcon or Mario, and they have just as much range, if not more. Sure, it's not disjointed, but like he has the same range as like low range ass characters. It's outside of his projectiles, obviously, and it's so frustrating. Yeah, he has his air and his grab for like range, but like, just most of his normals are just kind of like, you can challenge this, especially if you're a character with like a lot of range. Or like pretty fast projectiles, it can be hard for him to space his normals well. And then, and this is gonna be more of an opinion thing, I feel like his extreme rarity as a character in competitive play makes it so like you can beat people because they don't know the matchup. And it's like, you're not necessarily learning, or like you're teaching people more than you're learning when playing this character, which can really suck, honestly. Obviously the goal at that point is to like find people you can practice with and teach them the matchup so then you can learn. But yeah, like sometimes you can just beat people because I don't know the matchup because he's so rare, which is a good thing short term, but kind of a bad thing long term. And also it's hard to find, you know, a lot of VODs of this character that are particularly good because he's so rare. Compared to a character like Palutena, where there's a billion VODs if you want to see, a billion styles and everything to learn from. Character's grab is awful. I know I mentioned this before. Let me restate, his grab is awful. He has like very specific grab combos and setups that aren't really reliable. His damage up and throws isn't good. His back throw was supposed to be killing back throw, right? No, it's not. It's supposed to be, but I think the devs like messed up somewhere on that because that move is not killing at like percent you would think it would. Come on with how risky his grab is because it's a tether grab and it's just like, man, grab's bad overall. He has shield pressure, but he still doesn't have a great way to deal with shields. And then when it comes to kill confirms, he kind of relies on kill confirms, and a lot of them are kind of percent specific. Like bomb confirms are nice, but you can DI them, and like they only work at like certain windows. Same with boomerang kill confirms, up tilt kill confirms, and he also has kind of air kill confirms, I think. But like you kind of know what Toon is looking for with his kill confirms. You know, let's get caught by like a down tilt to like jab block because you missed attack. He's not gonna kill you too early, and you can kind of see him fishing for it. And maybe that's just me not being good with Toon. Like But yeah, I feel like especially good players will just be like, oh, I'm at 100%, you have a bomb. What are you gonna do? Oh, you're rolling behind me and I'm at up to 100%. I wonder what you're gonna try for, right? And like, you can't just fish for like raw kills with this character either. Because outside of like, I guess up smash and kind of harder in certain matchups. He doesn't have spammable kill moves. And then finally, a couple other things with this character is just like, just ugly. Ugly shit. Up B. People have fallen out of up B and I've lost stocks for it and it's so annoying. Doesn't happen often, but it happens. But but I think that's like, whatever. Because normally it's my fault. What's more annoying though, a lot of times I feel like isn't my fault, is when I up B someone, right? And they take knockback behind me. Like, I'll up B towards them, drift back, and then someone fall behind Toon, like, gets in the opposite direction. I'm like, you were at 100% off stage and you were dead, and now I'm at a disadvantage. And yeah, I don't know why it happens. It's not common. Goddamn, when they take backwards knockback from up B. Maybe I can find it was manipulated, but probably not, so it's just kind of obnoxious. And bomb trajectory, yeah. Sometimes I hate bomb trajectory because when you're up close, bomb actually sends them towards Toon, like above him, which is awesome actually. It's such a cool tool to have, to be like in your face bomb explosion up air. But sometimes it's hard to know the range where it's going to send them behind you versus away from you. And like it's sort of react to the DI, I feel like. That sometimes you just be like, I hope this bomb sends them in this direction. Oh, oops, it didn't. I guessed wrong. Well, I missed my kill confirm now. Oh, I lost the game now. Because that's one of my few chances to land a bomb. But yeah. And overall, this character is like, he's a character that wins neutral easily, quite frankly. I think this character just beats most characters in neutral pretty solidly. But he doesn't win it hard. Like, I'll beat someone neutral with like, hey, arrow for 5 damage. Hey, bomb for 5 damage, and I convert off it. Hey, a boomerang for like 7 damage. Hey, I hit you with up tilt, forward tilt, 16 damage. Hey, with down to dash check, 16 damage. Oh, you grabbed me and did 40 damage? Oh, you did a falling back air for 50 damage combo. I guess I gotta win neutral 3 more times to make up for that. So it's really frustrating. But this character tests your advantage state though. And the thing is, if you have a good advantage state, or if you're comfortable playing a kind of chip away character who just wins neutral like that, then he's damn solid. Like, because I swear though, I'm only losing neutral like 1 out of every 3 or 4 times, and that's when I'm getting outplayed, which is nice. I never feel like I'm playing a matchup where I just can't win neutral reliably. And then this character, also, since he's frustrating, he's able to force like mind games, right? You can get people's heads so easily and just fuck them up. You know, and it's great actually to just you playing this character and see people get frustrated. And I feel like that's both a blessing and a curse, because on one part you rely like on making people frustrated, making those reads, but at the other point you can. But like if finding someone doesn't get tilted, or someone's really good mixing up, or someone that can even like fake their emotions, and then you can get baited, it can be really annoying. Like it's hard to fight really good mentally players with a character like this if you're not also very mentally strong. But it makes a nice game of like who is mentally stronger, and it's more deep than a lot of characters just RPS of what option you can do, what option I could do. Let's see who guesses right. And in terms of matchups, I found that characters that fast, or big swords, or both High Cloud, are just really annoying. Characters like Cloud, Roy, Shulk, just those kind of characters are just like, man, I don't like this. I'm done with this matchup. Characters with very strong projectile camping games are also kind of annoying. I'm looking at a character like Samus, camping Mewtwo even can be annoying. Nothing too bad, but just like you have to approach them because your projectiles aren't going to win the camping battle versus that. And I feel like Toon Link's better as a defensive character than an offensive character, but he can put a lot of pressure on versus those kind of characters. So it's like slightly annoying. And then characters with anti-projectile tools like Game Watch, for example, are also pretty damn annoying. Ness and Lucas as well, but nothing too crazy. Like the only matchups I really feel like are bad are like those fast swordy characters, or like the fast characters or the swordy characters, and everything else is just like, alright, that's kind of annoying. And then the characters I think he's good against feel like heavyweights. Surprise, surprise, heavyweights suck in this game, like every Smash game. Characters with low mobility. Surprise, surprise, characters with low mobility kind of suck. Setup characters actually, like Snake, for example. Toon Link just kind of interrupts setups. Like, hey, try to do a thing, bro. Stop, pull my grenade, bro. Arrow. Can't do that. Oh, you're trying to set up some can stuck on bomb boomerang. You can't shut this up, bro. Stop it. So like, he's good versus that kind of stuff. And then grapplers slash close range combat characters. So think like, you know, Ryu can for like kind of CQC characters, Luigi for like a grappler. Like I think he's good versus that kind of stuff, just because he's so hard to hit. And yeah, overall he's alright. I like this character, it's so sad to say, but he's alright. It's like he's good versus the characters that kind of aren't that great, and I feel like I fight like a lot of top tiers. I'm just like, yeah, let's not do this anymore. Obviously, my Toon Link isn't perfect yet, but yeah, just my thoughts on him after like 3 weeks to a month. I came into a local startup again in 2021, so I can actually try him out at local and make the follow-up to this video. So I finally got to try Toon Link at a local. Hell, me about even get so desperate and do the I tried Toon Link at a Wi-Fi tournament. See what happens. But until then, guys, peace. Hope this was a little bit informative.